Alright, guys.
Alright. Hmm?
So you're at your house, the Nero safe house in the Kaufman district. It's late in the night already, and you are well, you're feeling kinda tired. You know, you've finished your work for the College of Heralds. You've earned, well, quite a lot, in fact, for that. I mean, you know, when it comes to standards of people living in the old world, at least. But tomorrow you have a new quest. You need to visit a certain house. Now my question is: did anyone noted the name of the street? Is it in the journal?
Let me see if it's in the journal. Got too many windows open.
Because I'm not sure if I actually gave you the name of the street.
I think didn't you say it was in Handel's Bazaar?
Handel's Basilica, yeah, it was in the
Yeah.
Handel Basilica district.
Yeah, I don't know if we have more than that.
Alright, so anyway, the name of the street is Schustonstrasse. Schustonstrasse 52, or 25, if you... right, 52, sorry.
It's in the Deb Halbenzel district.
Yeah, near
Right.
the river side.
Can you ping the spelling?
Yeah. Alright, this is the name of the street.
The name of the armor place Nihilus recommended was Rykat's Armor Shop, and that's
23.
in the same district.
No, it's actually...
That's in Deb Halbers Lane.
Der Halbenzel district. It's,
Yeah.
number 23
Yeah.
on the map. On the other side of... in fact, on the other side of the Handel Bezirk district.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are basically, you know, sitting, getting ready to rest for the day because you're all very tired and drained. Well, Lucas is actually saying to you that basically he's not going to go with you tomorrow because he really needs to take a break from all that city stuff, as he kindly put it. Like, you know, guys, I'm sorry, but this city is really getting to me. You know, it's I don't think I'm cut for it. I'll need to rest for a while, but Sally, I can run, you know, some errands for you if you want.
That'd be great. You are coming back, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not leaving unless, you, of course, you know, we'll find out that half of the city wants to kill us, and it's either staying or, you know, running away, but still breathing. But yeah.
Hopefully we have not 4 out of 10 trying to kill us at this point.
Yes, well,
We'll drive those numbers down.
we did, fortunately, lost the interest of Bauman. But yes. Other than that, I think I'll take this one off.
Do you remember where Harold's sister's house was?
Yeah, it was somewhere in the industrial Platz. Not far from Nero's, I think.
Do you mind taking some gold down there for me?
Sure, I will. Tomorrow, of course.
I give Lucas 1 gold to bring to Harold, because Harold's basically not going to get paid otherwise, right?
Yeah. So a single gold crown.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he was less than cooperative.
Yeah. All right. You know, Lucas looks at the gold coin looks at you. Alright. That's going to be interesting.
It's more for his sister for giving his quarter when we just got the Nuln.
Well, yeah, I mean, a gold's a gold. Alright, so now, guys, you want to discuss something before the day ends, or are we skipping to next morning already?
One of the things. So we're going to go get. I'm curious about the timeline as far as what we're doing tomorrow, because we're meeting him there by noon. So do we have time to go purchase weapons, get them blessed, and all that stuff, or are we skipping the
Well,
blessing part? Or
it really depends how early you get up.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's get up bright and early. We have a lot of errands to run to get geared up.
Like, do we have priorities? Like, should we, is one more important than the other just in case we run out of time?
Probably the most important thing is to actually have the weapons and armor. So,
So weapon shop first.
What do you guys
and
need?
then, I'm very, very lightly armored. As far I just have the leather jerkin. So if we want to get some more, at least some more leather, or something like that. And then it was just a question of because we don't know what we're going to find in there. If we needed weapons like silver weapons, or weapons with silver on them. Or any kind of blessed weapons or anything like that. If we're worried about running into,
He did say silver.
he did say silver.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Let's plan a route tomorrow, so we're not like bouncing back and forth all around the city.
Okay.
We need to go to the temple quarter, right? For sure, because that's where the Temple of Sigmar is. Is the Temple of Mor also there, or is that in a cemetery?
Well, the cemetery is right on the edge of the temple quarter. So,
Okay,
I mean,
so that's one-stop shopping for blessings, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
But so the question is, so it seems like, though, if we want to actually have our weapons themselves blessed, we need to have the weapons first, or
right at the
yeah.
armor shop.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe we plan to go to the armor shop first. If there's some kind of blacksmith on the way, silver is relatively malleable if we needed to apply silver to any weapons.
I could see if I can get a silver round or something for the pistol, because
You could probably make that or a smith can probably make
buy a
that
mold or something.
in pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then I also had a question about, so I have the sling, right? But would I be able to, I guess this is sort of out of character question, would I be able to use a crossbow? Or would I not have the knowledge necessary to be able to?
You can use normal crossbow without any problems, however, weapons like pistol crossbow or repeating crossbow require specialist training.
Okay.
Yeah, crossbow's a common weapon. So there's quite a few common weapons that I think.
Yeah, common weapons don't usually need specialist training. Basically.
Okay, that's where I was going with that. Yeah, so I have weapons per se, but they're just not, great. So gearing up with a crossbow, getting like some kind of mace with silver in it or on it would be probably where I'm headed at, and then getting something to cover my head and my legs would be nice, or maybe even my arms.
Now, do we want to have certain focuses? Like, if you wanted to do the range thing, should somebody else do kind of the tank role or the armored role, blocker type of thing, or do we want to do that, or do we kind of just want to be on our own as far as what equipment we get?
Guys, says Gennaro. Remember, it's gonna be in the house. Tight corners.
True. Okay. Well, then that's probably
Maybe a spear or a halberd or something.
Tight corners.
yeah. I think just hand weapons is where he's going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so worst comes to worst. I
Okay, no,
mean,
it's not right.
yeah. Worst comes to worst, we can just get our current weapons blessed. But like I said, I don't have anything silver, so.
Yeah. I was thinking personally like a spear and a shield. I don't have any armor whatsoever right now. So, but it's all going to be on what I can afford. I do have a
But,
sling, but I would probably try trading that in order to get something else.
Can I common knowledge to see what a uh, armor costs, like for like a leather jerkin or something?
Well, we can like if we have a route, we can pretty much start the next morning and just go there and see what they are.
I just didn't know how much to bring. You know.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Oh,
We're walking back. The Nero's house or our house, safe house, is right in between the Smith and the Temple quarters, isn't it? So we can bring whatever. We can bring more than what we need, purchase, and then swing by the house and drop off more. I don't think it's. Or we could buy everything, then drop off if we have extra money. We could drop it off at the house.
yeah,
But
I
yeah,
was
I
going
guess
to have
you don't.
to. Sorry, I was just going to say I was going to have to dip into the funds because I have like next to zero cash.
Okay. Can get you fitted out. All right. How about this? Like we get everybody geared out with that money, and you put 10% back in of what you make.
Sounds fair.
So if
Okay.
you buy a crossbow, any work you use that crossbow for, 10%, you pay it back.
Okay.
And it'll cover tolls and food and all that.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
So I'll bring a bit of gold. You guys just need to watch my back. Make sure people keep their distance when I'm carrying it.
Okay.
Well, sounds good.
All right.
No, I had 250 from last time. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm digging in my purse, and well, I've only got about 4 crowns and some shillings and pence, so I'll probably have to dig into that.
sweet stash of loot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I looking at here?
We do still need a good deal of that to make this real estate move.
Right. No, I mean, I don't have the book open to it in front of me. I was looking at the stuff at equipment over the interim, and you know, some things can get pricey, but I think like you know, if you're sticking with like leather armor and stuff, I seem to recall it not being much more than like 30 or 40 gold for like getting kitted out with leather. Maybe it's a little bit more, but it's not like hundreds.
Yeah. Also, you could get poorer quality leather, and it just adds encumbrance.
Yes, you could.
I, it only makes it heavier.
Yeah, okay.
Now, weapons. If you get poorer quality weapons, then you're not hitting as well. That's more of an issue, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
Or
the
they
sheer
shatter.
We don't need leather armor with our family crests emblazoned on it or anything like that.
yeah.
We
Right.
just need
Abs-
something that's going to stop something we don't want being stabbed
Mhm.
into us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, basically the poor quality weapons shields give a minus modifier to your weapon skill. So you know you parry with a minus 5% or strike with minus 5% basically.
Yeah.
I mean, like with armor though, it's
You're just
uh,
encumbered more basically.
yeah.
You're heavier and yeah, that's how it works, really.
I think we're pretty good on weapons. It's just some of us need to
Well,
get
yeah,
a
I
few
mean,
pieces.
you need armor essentially.
Yeah.
um,
And a potion or two.
yeah, definitely healing draughts. You know,
There's
Alright.
healing draughts are your friends.
there was a potion shop in the Universitat that I bought that sleeping stuff at. Do I
Okay.
remember where that is?
You remember it, yeah? No problem.
We had to cross into that district to get to the Aber Island and cross into the southern part of the city. What's that called? Or southeastern?
Deb Halbinsel?
Yeah, that's
Deb Halbinsel. Sorry.
that's where
Yeah,
the armory is.
Yeah, Ricard's are.
Right.
So Ricketts armor is there. Is
Okay,
that
so-
where the potions are too?
Well, you
No,
can-
it's in the Universitat, but we passed through that district to get to Deb Havensville.
Okay.
yeah, and
All right.
besides, there are probably many shops selling potions, I guess. So, you know.
Yeah. If we see something, we'll stop. We'll just go straight to the armor shop in the morning.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, I say, shall we get to bed early then?
Yes.
Probably.
All right. Well, I'm going to, get into bed and say a little prayer to Moore and try to get some sleep, as I'm quite nervous about tomorrow.
All right. The rest of you guys.
I'm gonna finish that pie I made earlier. If anybody wants to join me.
Sure, I'll have a few bites of pie before bed. Sounds good.
You contemplative spoonfuls of pie. All right.
Right. So Sally finishes his pie and he gives some to Leopold. Vincent has.
Gennaro too. Yeah.
Yeah, Gennaro is also. I mean, he loves your pie. Vincent basically spoke his prayer to Moore and went Lulu.
Yep.
Well, Lucas has been he's been sleeping for some time now. He went early. And yeah, that's it. The next day, you are woken up by a rooster. Cuckoo! Something like that. I'm not a very good rooster, sorry for that. What did you say? Anyway, the rooster has been quite insufferable. In fact, he's been like doing his thing for a good half an hour or so. You all woke up even earlier than intended, but this actually gives you more time to achieve all your goals before entering the house. It's still very early, but the streets are already, filled with people going here and there, going to work. Students are heading towards the Universitat district. You can even spot some heralds in the crowd, trying to get to their destination. There's a patrol of Knights of the Blazing Sun riding through the street. Their leader has taken his helmet off, and his skin complexion is much darker than your average Empire citizen. Perhaps he's from one of those fabled realms to the west of the Empire. Nuln is such a cosmopolitan city that you can meet almost everyone from the old world here, from Kislevites to Bretonnians to Tylians, Sally and Gennaro basically. And there are sometimes even elves moving through the crowds with dignified swiftness, and of course the short but sturdily built dwarfs. So after a quick meal, and it was a rather light meal because, like I've told you before, your food supplies are almost out. You've said your goodbyes to Lucas, who's heading out towards the industrial Platz, and you yourselves are going to
Rick's Armory, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Der Halbensel.
the Halbensel. All right. Right. So you are going towards the Halbensel. You've crossed through the high gate, but to your surprise, you did not have to pay. As you
Is it a holiday?
No, others are paying. It's almost every time before a gate or a bridge there is a small line of people, carts, coaches and so on, because the guards are taking money from everyone. But the sergeant, in a fantastic lion-like helmet with a set of very colorful, very goldy feathers, looked at you. First he looked at Sally, then he looked at Vincent, then he looked at Leopold, and finally at Gennaro. He spoken something to the ear of one of his men, and as he approached the soldier in question, a rather young-looking fellow, you can go, hurry up, don't block the line. Next! And he ushered you forwards.
I give a little salute, looking confused.
You see that the sergeant smiled thinly under his impressive mustache and winked to you, and then basically, returned to his duties. The same situation was present at the bridge, at the Glory Bridge, leading to the other island, from which you can cross over the Reich Bridge to the Der Halbensel district. As soon as the guards saw you, they basically let you pass without paying any fee.
I'm looking around.
Well, there are lots of people.
Oh.
It's Nuln. There are always lots of people here. The city is overcrowded.
Well, somebody seemed to have noticed one of our actions in the past.
Perhaps.
I don't
You
know if
don't
that's
know.
a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
But-
free is free. Don't question it.
Oh.
Just what I wanted to say.
Well,
It's like more wine for us later.
Well, for that money, it's rather cheap beer, but
Okay, well,
or maybe very, very, very watered down wine. Anyway, you are crossing to the Der Halbensel. It's actually sort of a peninsula. It probably you guess that probably was once there was a village here, but over time it was annexed by Nuln, and so it became its integral part. You can hear sounds of battle actually, and for a moment you tense, but then you understand that the sounds of weapons clashing, gunfire, drill, shouting orders and so on, is not actual battle, but probably some kind of exercise. In fact, as you make your way through through Der Halbensel, it very quickly occurs to you that this is a sort of a military district of Nuln. There are many soldiers on the streets, and I'm not saying city guards, but actual soldiers in the livery of Nuln. You've passed a few polygons on which the troops are training in hand-to-hand combat, and the marksmen are, shooting their long guns, and you've even saw more fantastic, unique weapons like the many-barreled muskets and heavy blunderbusses that shoot explosive charges. This is probably like a huge military area of the city. However, it's always loud, even louder than in your place. Even louder than the rest of Nuln. And the smell of spent gunpowder is almost unbearable after a while. However, the streets are very, very wide, and they are kept in perfect condition, even better than in your district, in fact. But there's still a lot of ash, unfortunately. You make your way towards the place, Ricard's Armory. The building is quite impressive. It's very wide, stocky, and there are crates in the windows. There's a sign, wooden sign with an X and a sword crossed together, under which there's the name, Ricard's Armory.
Ricard's, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've come to the
Step
right
on it.
place. So, you enter inside, I presume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Inside, it's gloomy. There are a few torches and oil lamps, but basically the windows are covered in heavy drapes. As you enter, there's a ring of a small bell, like ding, 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 almost immediately, a short, fat man comes out from the back, but like he's really, really, really fat. He looks like a meatball. He's
halfling, or is he,
what?
is he a halfling, or is he just a short?
He's
fat?
just he's a human, but he's very fat. He's dressed very well, but he's almost sickly in his obesity. Welcome to Ricard's Armory. You see that he's also sweating very, very, very strongly. I'm Ricard, at your service, and this is my shop. He basically shakes your hands, each one of you, and they leave a lot of sweat on your palms. How can I be of assistance? Mine errand.
Well, we were told.
So here,
Yeah, go ahead, Sally.
I think a friend of ours sent us over here, so we should check out.
Really, that's very nice of him. That's very nice of him indeed. He sent you to the best weaponsmith in the whole Nuln. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. So, what can I give you? What can I bring you, fine gentlemen? I've got a fresh batch of Arabian scimitars. Yes, they've arrived yesterday. Very fine blades, very fine indeed. Perfect for someone who fights on a horseback. Yes, from a horseback.
Well, unfortunately, we're not as financially blessed as maybe your more common patrons.
Oh, it's my shop doesn't cater only to the aristocracy, although I must say that I do have many clients from the higher spheres, but many common soldiers buy something extra from me, if you know what I mean. Additional parrying dagger, maybe extra pistol. They always come in handy in a tight situation. So, what can I get you? What can I get you, boys?
Well, Sally, Why don't you go ahead first? You're the man with the purse.
I kind of look at him weird when he says that.
You hear Gennaro snicker under his nose.
Yeah, I'm looking for a leather jacket or a jacket or a jerkin or something.
Well, I have all sorts of armor indeed. Yes.
Yes,
Well,
we need a couple full suits.
Full suits, very well. Do you want a normal leather jerkin or a studded leather jerkin? The studded is a bit more expensive, but it also offers a slightly better protection.
I think normal.
Normal, very well. Let me just check out the back. I'll be back in a tick. Sorry, guys, I need to get the book with the prices. Hold your horses for a few seconds.
Yeah, so just looking at the prices, I've got the prices open now.
Let's look at 103 or no. Is it page 100 and something, right?
I got 112 open on
Yeah.
the sheet that I'm looking at. Full leather armor is regular price
I'm
25.
using the Old World Armory. I don't know if you guys have it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nope.
I probably do not.
There are many more options here, and
Okay.
they're much
Yeah, it's
better
got
actually.
like hirelings and stuff.
Yeah, it also has hirelings.
So,
Basically, it has anything.
I have a question for you that's sort of out of character, I guess. So I currently have a leather jerkin.
Yeah.
So, but so therefore I don't have any protection for anything else other than my body.
Yes.
So I don't know if it makes more sense to try to buy bits and pieces to cover the gaps, or just to trade in the current leather jerkin and gear up with a full suit of leather armor.
You can get like leather arm guards, right?
The whole leather armor costs 25 gold crowns, while
Right.
the leather jerkin, which only covers your torso, costs 6 crowns. If you'd want to buy the other stuff to complete your armor, you'd have to pay 3 crowns for a leather skull cap, 12 crowns for a leather coat, or something like that, and 10 crowns for leather leggings. Basically.
Okay.
25.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm looking at it. I'm paying 25 if I want full coverage.
Yes.
Okay.
25 is, and it gives you 1 armor
That per
point
group?
on all, on every location.
Hmm.
And it doesn't look there's not any kind of discount for buying the whole suit, so
Yeah.
at once.
Well, I mean, if you guys have this skill which allow you to, haggle with.
I can
I
haggle.
do. I do have the skill.
Yeah, so, Rickard said our friend sent us. I mean, any kind of discount for that? We're looking for at least two
friend, really.
there. He's the
usually
kind of
don't-
friend you never get in.
I usually don't give discounts on a principle, It's
Well,
it's a
Um,
business, so to speak.
Can I, Rickard? Can I whisper his name to you?
Yes.
I look at the guys real quick. All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. I go and I whisper into his ear. Nihilus.
He looks at you. Oh. Well, in that case, we'll probably, come to an agreement of sorts. I'm pretty sure. What would you like to buy? A whole leather
I think
armor?
Yeah.
I actually.
Vincent needed a whole set too, right?
What?
Vincent needs a whole set too, right?
Well, I don't have anything, so
We need 3 sets because Gennaro has I think Gennaro has a whole set already.
like I think I would be okay if I just had a jack and a shield and maybe a hand weapon. So, just to keep the cost down a little bit.
Uh,
Up
Well,
to you.
We'll see how much it would be for all of us to get kitted out. I have a leather, or actually I don't have a leather jerkin, but Leopold, you could sell your leather jerkin back, bring the price down.
Yeah, well, I think he was just telling me that just to yeah, okay, I'll do that. However it works out, I'm fine with selling my jerkin and just getting a full suit in return.
That's a very fine suit of leather jerkin you have there, sir. I will give you 6 gold crowns for it.
Okay, thank you.
I can give you a discount of swords, boys, but only if you buy like you know, a few pieces. Well, you know, make a bigger order, so to speak. So please tell me what exactly do you want to buy, including weapons, and I also have, I think I also have a few potions of various sorts in my shop, and I'm pretty sure we'll figure something out when it comes to price.
Now, with child-sized armor, as I look at Sally, is that the same price as an adult?
Well, yes, basically they in fact most shops usually price them higher because they're harder to make, and there's and there are not that many customers for them. So when
We don't need any child-sized armor. We need halfling-sized armor.
yes,
Is it
I wanted to say that halfling size, not child size. Anyway, yes, I have armor for halflings and small people.
Our arms are bigger than kids.
I know.
Bigger shoulders.
I didn't said anything else.
I'm talking to my friend here.
All right.
Child size.
You need it. A Tillian cut.
So we're looking for 3 suits. I don't know about weapons, but we need a potion or 2.
A Gennaro as well? Would that be 4?
Gennaro already has a suit.
Okay.
I have a suit. It's a good suit. It's the
Sharp.
Then we need silver hand weapons.
Oh, well, that I do not have, but I can order them. However, it will take a few weeks before they'll be sent to me. You see, I can order almost any weapon you would like to have, but I do not have them all in my shop at the moment. I sometimes have like those. Like in case of those Arabian scimitars that I've mentioned before, but yes. Unfortunately, I don't have silver weapons, and besides, they're not that common. You know, they're mainly ordered from my shop by witch hunters and priests. You're not witch
Correct.
hunters, are you? And you know, he looks at you with suspicion and a bit of fear in his eyes.
No, it's just that well, we might be put in a situation where our targets may be supernatural in nature.
Talk and talk. Oh, jeez.
All right.
What do these pistoliers use when they're out on the trail and need more ammo?
Well,
The-
they buy more ammo.
Like to cast rounds.
What?
Is there anything to cast the rounds that they use in their pistols?
Is there a weaponsmith nearby?
Well, you are in there are hub in the district, so there are many weaponsmiths. But if you wanted to buy silver ammunition, as I presume, it will cost you a small fortune. Especially if you're going to order someone to make it and not buy, an already prepared set of ammo, so to speak. I honestly don't think that's completely worth it. It's probably cheaper to just go and have your weapons blessed by the priests.
Fair enough.
Sounds good.
All right.
So what's the going rate for 3 full leather suits of armor and 2 health potions?
2 full leather sets of armor. Normally I would take 50 gold crowns for that, but
No, it's for 3 though.
for free.
All 3 of us.
So normally,
Yeah.
excuse me. So normally I would take 75 crowns for that. But in your case, I would take only 60. And potions. You mean healing draughts?
Yeah.
I have a couple of this. Not too many, in fact, because I normally don't sell them. But they were given to me as a sort of bonus. Let's just say they are normally 5 crowns per bottle. How many bottles do you want?
I think 2 is good.
2. You know that a single bottle is only good probably for a single person. You have to, because
So,
you have to drink the entire thing if you want it to work.
It will do 4 then.
Alright, so for 4 I will charge you 12 gold crowns.
So that's 72 total,
Yes.
minus the 6 for the leather jerkin before.
Yes, so it's 66.
66. Okay, you have a deal.
Excellent. Just wait here. I'll bring you your goods.
Oh, one moment.
Yes.
Do you sell just a common regular shield and spear? How much would those be
Of course.
bought together?
I have many types of shields and spears.
And I'd be willing to give you this axe and sling as well, as a trade-in.
He looks at your axe and sling. Well, with all due respect, these weapons show a bit of wear and tear, if you know what I mean. I mean, I can take them, but
Could you sharpen that axe?
well, it's not only about sharpening. You see the haft here. It's been heavily worn, and and that sling is well, the leather is actually a bit corroded in places. I could normally, well, for weapons like that and that condition, I would normally take 7 gold crowns for a house for both of them.
What about just the sling then?
The sling I would take for 2 gold crowns.
Vincent,
Okay.
it's no good. Just get something else. I think you want to be going into this with something that the armor is telling you is falling apart.
I'll hold on to the axe. I think the axe is still good, but I've never used this sling before, and I don't know if I ever will. Might as well get a couple gold coins for it. So I'll hand you the sling, and I'll holster the axe on my belt loop.
Very well, good sir. So you're basically saying selling the sling.
Yes.
All right.
You wanted a spear, or shield, or something, right?
Yes, for trading with a spear and shield.
Well, in that case, I will. Spear and shield normally cost 20 gold crowns for a set. It will be 18 without the. I mean, with your sling, and you will just pay 11 gold crowns.
Oh, okay, that would be great.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Might as well trade in the axe.
What's that?
You might as well trade in the axe, right?
I could, but the axe is also a tool, whereas a spear is more specifically a weapon. If anything happens to the spear, it'd be nice to have the axe.
Well, you're carrying it.
Yeah. It's like it's like a hatchet more than anything. I imagine it's just a.
Yeah, like a hand axe.
Yeah.
Right, so-
I figure for me that probably if we're not getting the silver weapons, that I could just use my current because I have a club, and then I believe my pick for grave digging also counts as a hand weapon. So it doesn't seem to make any sense to buy a weapon.
Yeah,
if I've already got.
Pistol.
Yeah, I have perfectly serviceable weapons, so I don't see the point in spending any more on it if we're just going to go get them blessed anyway.
Yeah, and you got a sling too, so you got a little bit of range on you, right?
I've actually got
Yeah.
a sling if you try and use it, but it takes some practice. I haven't done it since I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, my father, when he was in the military, every time he'd come back for a short period, he'd show me a little bit about the spear, and he always carried something on his belt as well. So I really just don't want to go anywhere with just the spear.
So we got an extra 11 gold on that.
Yeah, I've been. So what I have written down right now is 60 gold for 3 leather full suits.
That's 12.
11 for the spear and shield, then 12 for the 4 potions, which totals 83 gold for all that, minus 8 for the old jerkin, and minus 2, and the sling.
I think it was minus 6 for the jerkin and minus 2 for the.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's
minus
8.
8 both.
Yeah, it was 8
Yeah.
total.
Yep.
So we're
That's what
down
I meant to
to.
say.
So how much total?
I have 126 total.
126.
203 minus 126. What's that? Does anyone have a calculator up?
No.
Wait. 200,
No.
203.
Yeah,
No,
I
no.
put money back in. I took money out and I put money back in.
Wait. I'm going to 203 minus 126.
Yeah, that's
It's
what we spent.
77.
Okay, so that's the total.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, that sounds right. If we paid 11 for the spear and shield, that sounds right to me. That we paid 77.
All right. Excellent.
Okay.
Hey,
Off
Rickers, I
to,
appreciate it.
sorry, what?
I was talking to Rickers. I said I appreciate it. The deal.
No, nothing to nothing to appreciate really. I'm happy I could help.
It's you tipped him 2 gold. It should be 75 because it's 83 minus 8.
All right, so then it's 75.
Okay.
So we spent 75 is what I'm saying. I'm not sure how you are calculating it.
Oh, instead of 77. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Well, yeah, because I didn't count in the sling, I think, when I was thinking about it. So, yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
Yep.
All right.
75.
I'm writing it down in the notes, so we'll be able to review it later.
Okay.
Cool. So you gave Ricard your money. He disappeared behind his counter for a few minutes, and then he came back loaded with all your stuff: healing potions, spear and shield, 3 full sets of leather armor. The weapons and armor are brand new. You can see that they're in very good condition, although they're pretty basic, really. Nothing too fancy. Of course, he told you to try it on and see if everything fits, which I guess you do.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Everything fits like a glove, just perfect.
Is it dark leather, like so it'll
Yeah.
won't collect dust and no?
Yeah, it's a darker leather, made for those who live in Nuln, basically.
Nice.
Nice indeed. All right, guys, I'm going to have to take a 5-minute break, make myself something to drink, but I'll be back soon.
Sounds
So
Okay.
sounds good.
All right. See you in a few.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a bathroom break real quick.
Yeah, me too.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
I'm back.
Howdy. Just writing down, updating my sheet with the armor and stuff. All right.
So pretty much we have to just drop the money off and go get blessings, and then we're good to roll.
Well, don't we have to pay for the blessings?
Yeah, but that's not going to be like you put a gold in or like a shilling or something. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
It's not like armor money, that's for sure.
Yeah. No. Did you want to go by a weaponsmith and see if you can?
Well, this
Do
guy has it
anything.
all.
I mean, to modify anything.
Oh no, I don't think so because it's going to take too long. I think the blessings will suffice.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you guys are talking about silvering the weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think blessing is the way to go. It's
Yeah.
If we specialize more into like fighting chaos and undead, like maybe I'll invest in
Yeah.
silver weapons. But it's like for one job, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Well, also the week turnaround time was sort of not going to happen for
Yeah.
us. So
Yeah.
so yeah. What else was I thinking? Oh, so do you guys because I, of course, forgot to do any upgrades or whatnot with my XP last time. But I'm still sort of confused because I'm coming from, years ago D&D where you just like, you got whatever the benefits were. So do you have to actually go and find somebody to teach you stuff, or how does that work?
Some things it depends on what it is.
Okay.
Like if it's something somebody would have to teach you as opposed to something you could just learn with practice on your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, so one of the things I was thinking was, whether or not to like buff up and give myself, like plus 10% or whatever in something that I already know how to do, for instance.
Oh, things like that, you just take it. Like,
Okay.
you pay the
You just-
XP. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then the main thing is just trying to figure out how much XP I actually have available, because I see that depending on what sheet I look at, the numbers are different. So I'm gonna have to go back and back calculate it.
Yeah, I had to back calculate before this session.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a previous career. So
Oh,
that took me a while to redo the math and get back to everything in order.
Yeah. Okay.
Once I learned these two skills, like once I have those down, I'll have like an extra 300 XP by the end of this game to put into new stuff for a new career.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that was the thing too, is because like I sort of finished the grave robber thing, but didn't really realize that I was essentially pretty much on my way to going through the thief career as well. With
Are you on
thief
right now?
Yeah, essentially, I'm technically I might even be close to being finished with thief, but I just haven't spent all the stuff yet.
Yeah.
Brian,
like the secret signs thief, like that's one of the only ones I think you have to be taught.
Okay, yeah, Secret Signs was the one that I actually took for my first one, so it was a freebie.
Yeah.
And so I've got the signs and the Thieves Can't at this point.
Yeah, I'm just finishing Thief right now. I'm moving on to Cat Burglar.
Okay.
And that's that's one of the last two things I don't have is Supernumerate and Secret Signs Thief.
Okay, well you're learning Supernumerate from Vincent, right?
Yeah, and I'm kind of talking with you about graffiti and just like, hey, what's that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I also have Supernumerate. That was I actually rolled for that.
Yeah, same here.
The character. But yeah, so we can help each other out as far as that goes. Yeah.
I have Specialist Sling. I have Scale Sheer Surface. That's not really one you have to train with somebody.
Yeah.
Read and write, I think you have to learn.
Yeah, read and write. Anything you would think you'd have to go to academia about is pretty much what you have to learn. But stuff you can go in the backyard and kind of learn how to do, practice doing, is pretty much.
With your nunchucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My VCR, anything that has a VCR instructional video, you can learn on your own.
There you go.
Lesson 1 of nunchuck skills.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I sort of liked about playing Call of Cthulhu, is that you sort of improve in things if you're successful at them. If you hit your rolls, then you can improve in them between adventures.
Yeah, I like that. Versus I like all RPGs that do that. Versus games and RPGs where it's like, I only use sword and shield all the time, but I'm putting all my XP in bows. It's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, speaking of
I like
which,
when you could use improvised weapons in RPGs. So it's more like Die Hard type fights where you just pick up a phone and bash somebody in the head with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you might come in with your 2 Desert Eagles or in your ninja sword or whatever, but you end up using an office chair and I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny.
I
tried doing that
Sally.
with Vampire a Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh wow.
Like just using whatever's around. more fun fights that way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, how does the weapons slots work? I'm looking at them. There's like a mod value, then there's a damage value, but the damage value isn't editable.
Oh, let me look at my character sheet. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that's also the other thing that's kind of hard to get around is the differences between the online sheet versus the. Well, I suppose I should put in my defenses.
Yeah, I just put those in.
Looks like I can't edit mine. That's weird. Oh, maybe it's because I have to hit edit. Well, I'll look at that in a second.
Yeah, you have to modify, I think.
Mm-hmm. But I was just trying to look at the weapons. Oh, and I just have my wooden club down here as my weapon. I'll just keep that. I mean, I as long as it's
guys,
blessed, I don't.
I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, what's up?
So, what? You guys ready?
I think we're ready to move on. Quick question.
Yes.
For the weapon stats, there's a mod value I can change, but I can't change the damage value. I'm just trying to figure out how to appropriately write my stats.
Perhaps the Roll20 just fusses around a bit.
Mm-hmm.
A bit.
Okay.
What
looks
it
like
looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you just write the mod. You just write the whatever your damage value is, and then it populates the damage. Unless it's coming off your strength, maybe that's it. I don't know, because for my wooden club, I put in 3, so it does damage 3, and I think 3 is just my strength.
Yeah,
if I'm not
exactly that.
mistaken.
It just like spear deals damage equal to your strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would just put in whatever your strength value is in the mod, and then it should just populate it as it'll populate the damage box for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's what was happening. So on the defenses for armor, you just check the leather box for the area that it's covering, and it'll put the 1 in there. Because I was trying to put the 1 in, and it was not letting me do it.
The leather box. You might have it.
It's just to the left of Fellowship, or sorry, to the right of Fellowship. It says defenses. It's not on the paper one. It's on the online one.
Okay. Yeah, there's 2 armor areas. I filled out one under the weapons. There's an armor one that I filled out.
I may have done that too. Oh yes, I did do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just remember,
Yeah,
guys,
but
that
if
you now have a single point in armor on every single location.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, I see. Yeah, so you can you can change that, I guess.
It's just like a leather skull cap, right? That you can wear under a hat or something.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
Okay. I think we're all set here.
Great. So you said your farewells to Ricard, and made your way outside of his gloomy shop, filled with weapons, armor, and whatnot. Well, you certainly feel a bit more protected and better armed. Now my question is, who's carrying the healing draughts?
I guess one each. We could each carry one.
All right.
Yeah, one each sounds reasonable.
So please mark them on your character sheets.
Okay. Goodness.
So, where are you going to go now?
Stop back at the house and then onto the temple quarter.
Very well. Very well.
It's kind of on the way.
So you make your way back through their Halbinsel. Now that now that every time you pass a unit of soldiers, or even a single soldier, you feel that their gazes are a bit more appreciative, so to say. You no longer really look like civilians, but in your brand new leather armor, and with Leopold, I believe, is having, has the spear. Yes, or Vincent?
Vincent has a spear.
Vincent, sorry, and with Vincent, carrying his spear and shield, emblazoned with the symbol of Nuln, golden lion clutching set of scales in his paw. You do kind of look like some kind of mercenary squad, or well, maybe city guards.
Well, my father will be proud.
Anyway, as you cross both bridges over River Aver, you again don't pay any money.
I wonder if that's their new friend.
That's my assumption.
I don't know, but it's more coin for us.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just spend a lot of it.
they
So.
can.
Same with the High Gate. You or I have
I nod to the soldiers that let us through, like little salute. Or
some of them, not to you. Others, well, either pretend or just don't notice you, as they're rather busy with other people. Anyway, you approach your house. You enter. Lucas has not yet returned, apparently.
I'm just putting the money back in the floorboard.
In the floorboard. All right. How much do you have left?
I have 128.
All right. So you put the rest of the money under
And
the
just-
floor.
And just for clarity, I guess you paid everything, right?
Yeah.
Sully, and then of course minus what we traded in. So I'm making note of that.
We
Do you
should grab
think we'll
some.
need- Sorry, what?
I actually have a bunch of food on me anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure that if there's any more lantern oil in the safe house, I'm going to make sure I have sufficient supply of that for my lantern.
You
Yeah,
have.
that's a good point.
You have.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I had some, but I don't know how much it is.
Yeah, there was some supply in Nero's house, the safe house,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
Yes, there.
Alright.
there
I
is-
tossed everybody an apple.
Okay, I'll put it in my pocket.
Let's eat on the move.
So my question is, do you think we're gonna need any cash to get blessed, or how much is that gonna cost? Do you think?
Not much. Not much.
Okay.
Are you taking any money with you?
Just what I
yes.
normally have on me.
All right.
Yeah,
Likewise.
my personal money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Great.
it's not very much.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Yes, I currently have just one, I guess, flask of lamp oil. Do we need more than that?
I don't think so.
You know from
Okay.
your experience that one flask usually lasts for quite a bit.
Okay.
And I do too. So as long as if only one lantern's going at a time, I think we'll be in great shape.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll make sure to bring my most of my gear, but I'll leave my stuff like my blanket and cutlery and stuff. But I'll bring all my tools and rope and all that stuff.
Yeah, we need a piece of fabric to wrap the magical artifact in, and
Oh, I have a
need some
sack.
rope.
Yeah, I have a sack and rope. So,
Okay.
and a pick
I
and a
need to get
spade.
advance. I was like, if I can't advance because I don't have rope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, maybe we should buy some rope.
Yeah, we'll do that later. We'll do that
Okay.
after this. As long as we have
Oh,
rope for this mission.
Oh, that's what I didn't buy. I didn't buy a grappling hook. All right. Oh well.
The
There
grappling
might be
hook
a shop
was
on the
quite
way.
expensive actually. If I recall correctly, it costs like 25 gold crowns.
Okay. Well,
Only
we can
just,
we can.
you know, only
Mhm.
just for the hook. You still need a rope.
Yeah. No, the rope I have, but I suppose that the other thing we could do is we could just climb it and then tie the rope off and help other people who don't know how to climb up.
Yeah. Sure.
And maybe we'll bring some kind of brightly colored cloth that we can tear and use as markers if the path gets crazy. Who knows what's inside of a haunted house?
Okay.
So if there's any piece of cloth or something that is at the safe house that I can, like a handkerchief, colored handkerchief, I'll just.
Well, not really. And besides, you know that piece of cloth is probably not a good idea to mark your passage. Some colored stones would work better, honestly.
Hmm.
While we're having this conversation, can I clean my pistol out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Besides, remember that colored clothing is actually rather expensive in the old world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, they had to use dice, and dice were very, very expensive, usually.
Mm. Here's a
It'll
thought.
turn
Why don't?
back in a few days in Nuln too.
Here's a thought. If we have to mark our path, you're talking about inside the house
Yeah.
Yeah.
in general, right?
In case.
We
in case.
just take out your hatchet or your dagger or something. You could scrape arrow or an X or whatever. Just scrape it into the wall. We don't care, right?
That's actually a
That
good
works.
idea.
Let's be vacant.
Now, we should do it in something that Lucas will notice or will be able to interpret in case he comes in after us.
Does he know the thieves' secret signs?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, well then we won't do that.
That's out of character. I don't know
Yeah.
that in character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we could just carve arrows, something
Yeah.
commoner would interpret.
Well,
We'll draw a really rough image of Lucas with an arrow, like.
We could pay some kid to hang out outside too.
Yeah, I mean, like if depending on how big the house is my concern.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the main problem is if people in the area know the house is haunted, I don't think that anybody will hang around. I mean, they'll say sure and take our money, and then they'll just ditch us.
Well, if there's money at the other end, you know what I mean? If you wait for the guy, there's even more money.
That's true.
that's certainly a good idea, probably.
Okay. Well, we should probably get headed over to the temple quarter because we don't have a lot of time.
Yes, in fact
Yep.
you don't. You're actually glad that you were woken up by the damned rooster a lot earlier than you'd normally be getting up because, well, the visit to Ricard's armory took you quite a lot of time. So you make your way through Outstadt to the temple quarter, and as you approach it, you can see that there are shrines, temples, almost on every corner, priests of all the gods walking through the streets. There are also, of course, normal people who want to show their obeisance to their gods. Some of them are wearing the their chosen deities symbols on them rather openly. You passed right next to a fat, obviously very rich merchant with a huge golden hammer hanging from his neck. It's so big that the man is almost bent double from the weight. But he soldiers on towards the Cathedral of Sigmar. So my question is, to which temple you guys want to go?
I would like to go to more than Sigmar.
I was thinking the opposite, but definitely both of those. And then what I haven't been able to figure out is there aren't temples to Ranald, are there?
No.
Not
Okay,
really.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
they're just con men taking your money.
yeah, right. Well, so that's the thing is I haven't I've been trying to figure out how I can give my 10th or whatever to Ranald, but I haven't figured out how to do that. So I'm assuming
Out
that
of character, one thing I did, I gave 10% of the money I had left before that last mission to some beggar that was full of shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
All right.
It's kind of like paying it forward.
Yeah. Yeah, well that works too. All right. Okay, well I'll figure something out. But yeah, I think both Moore and Sigmar are where I would suggest we hit as well. So I suppose the order doesn't really matter. But I just figured that getting your weapons blessed by a priest of Sigmar is probably the way to go for sure.
Yeah. Yep. More for us, Sigmar
Yeah.
for the weapons.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, so you lead the way. If you got a plan, I'll follow your lead.
Okay. I guess to whichever one is closer, pretty much. Might as well not.
Yeah,
We
we'll
can
start
take it
with-
as a sign from Sigmar that the that the
Yeah.
Sigmarite just passed us.
Yeah, maybe we'll follow him to the
Yeah.
the temple.
You follow the man and his wife because there's a much younger woman right next to him who's probably his wife. She tries to support the man as he's showing his faith in a rather strange way, not very wise, at least to you. Anyway, they approach the Temple of Sigmar, and well, it is very, very impressive. After all, Sigmar is the main god in Nuln, followed by Myrmidia.
They say the dwarves built this.
Yes, the dwarves built this, and well, it looks very, very. The building itself looks very, very sturdy. It's an impressive. It's an impressive building, and it really shows just how much ingenuity the dwarven folk possess. According to some rumors, Johann Hellstrom, the first Grand Theogonist, was actually was actually preaching here many more than 2,000 years ago. The majority of the building consists of a great high tower with the facade covered in in paintings and statues of saints and heroes. The door, the double door, is encased in gromrule, the fabled dwarven metal. And as you approach, as you enter, you can see that there are no sitting places, because in Sigmarite churches, people are either standing or kneeling, but never sitting. At the far end, there's of course the altar with a single but very ornate hammer resting on it. Again, every Sigmarite temple, whether it be whether it's the Grand Cathedral in Altdorf or just a small shrine on a road to some backwards village, has a hammer resting on the altar. The temple is filled to the brim with people, and there are also many priests and altar brethren, coming here and there. Some are collecting donations, others are blessing people. An older priest, encased in heavy armor and with an impressive beard, is actually speaking from the altar to a small group of nobles in front of him. You're guessing that they've probably just made a rather hefty donation to the church. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to approach some priest? Are you going to wait for the main priest apparently to finish his sermon?
I'm gonna wait for the priest.
How much time do we have?
You have about an hour and a half.
I'll wait for a little bit. If it seems like it's gonna take a while,
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we have any common knowledge on how long a sermon would take in that time, in that area, but...
I've been here
Yeah.
before, but never for a sermon. It was just a quick blessing. It was like a line of pilgrims.
Well, let's listen to the sermon, because that could be a blessing within itself, as well.
As you approach the group of nobles who are receiving the sermon, suddenly two temple guards, dressed in fine armor and Sigmarite livery, and carrying single-handed hammers on their belts, approach you and say, "I'm sorry, mein Herren, this is a private ceremony. It will be over in a couple of minutes. Then you'll be able to approach the altar."
Well, thank you. We'll politely wait behind the crowd.
Sigmar bless you, they say to you with, with rather dismissive look in their eyes.
Well, we've been blessed, guys. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that was quick.
Didn't cost us time.
All right.
You're not blessed until the coin hits the collection plate.
Yeah, I'll flip a pen.
Fortunately, that's the way of the world.
Yeah.
Anyway, you wait for a couple of minutes. It actually took almost 15 minutes for the priest to finish his sermon to the assembled nobles, who then spoke to him for a little while. So it took another 5 minutes, but finally they've left the temple, and the priest is he's busying himself with cleaning the altar and preparing it for another sermon or some other form of ceremony. You're not really sure. But you see that the temple guards actually moved further away from him, so you're guessing that you can approach him now, probably.
Okay.
How would it be common knowledge on how you would address a priest of Sigmar
Father.
reverently?
Father. Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me, Father.
The man turns towards you. You see that he's probably not a warrior priest, despite the fact that he dresses like one. Although he's built well enough, he's probably too old to even, wield the hammer that he has strapped to his back. Yes, I've just finished a sermon, boy. I need to reconsecrate the altar. Anyway, I'll be giving another one to the masses in a few hours. I hope you understand.
I do, sir, but I was hoping for a moment of your time. We we four are we will be traveling to a place which we fear might be very dangerous, and we will be going there with Sigmar in mind, and we were hoping to have some of our provisions blessed by you and Sigmar in order to ensure our travels would be safe.
What is this place you're talking about, boy? He asks you.
Unfortunately, I don't really know. Well, we are being tasked by
Say no
another.
more. I know where you're going. You're going to the north, aren't you? To join the hunt for those
That's exactly where we're going.
accursed Norsi and their despicable allies.
They are a terrible menace, for sure.
Of course they are. Very well. I will consecrate your armor and weapons. Come here, come closer. Kneel before
Okay.
me. I will just
Okay.
ask
Kneel.
this. Are all of you staunch Sigmarites?
Yes,
Yes.
I say that honestly,
Or he looks at you.
with reverence.
He looks also at at Leopold. Then he looks at Sally, and you see that there's a bit of doubt in his eyes.
It's been about 2 months since my last blessing, Father. No, really, that is the truth, because I came to Nuln. That's the first thing I did when I came to Nuln. I got blessed by Sigmar.
I see. You're I never met a halfling who was a Sigmarite. You're the first, but I will give you a blessing nonetheless. I hope that you're honest in your faith. If not, this blessing will not give you any good. Will not do you any
I
good
believe
anyway.
wholeheartedly that Sigmar has saved my life more than once.
Very well, very well. Present me with your weapons, and I will consecrate them in the name of the Heldenhammer.
I wanna
Okay.
display the shield. I'm gonna, if I'm not already kneeling, or I wanna place the shield on the ground and hold up the spear.
You basically just present him with your weapons. He brings a small vial of water from under his robes, uncorks it, and then splashes each of your weapons with a few drops, while muttering something in a language that you don't really understand. You know that the priests usually use classical language in many of their sermons and ceremonies, and that's probably it. After that, he also splashed a couple of, a bit of water on each of your faces, and on each of them he made the symbol of the hammer. It all took just a few minutes, really. Then he said, "Rise. You've been blessed by Holy Sigmar. Go forward and do his works. Don't show any mercy to the enemies of the Empire, and destroy them whenever you can."
Yes, we will destroy the enemies of the faith.
That you should do, certainly. And if you can, leave a small donation to the church while going out of the temple. I assure you that in these troubled times, we can use every coin that goes to us, even if it's a copper penny. Many churches in the north have been destroyed, and many of our priests and their charges slaughtered. If we want to keep the faith alive, if we want to keep the faith burning in the northern regions of the Empire, we will, simply put, need a lot of money. Of course, it's not mandatory. I will understand if you, don't have any coin to spare.
I put eight
Thank you,
eight
Father.
silver in the collection plate. This is for my friends.
The young outdoor boy who's holding the plate bows his head and says his thanks.
Okay, on my way out, I'm going to discreetly put a gold coin on the plate.
Alright.
Ooh.
Again, the outer boy nods his head, but you see that his eyes are, well, that he's surprised that a man of, well, your status, put a coin like that on his plate.
Bear in mind, Vincent hasn't been in combat before, so he's
Yeah, but you don't look like a nobleman.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm just like
Yeah.
my character. He
One
thinks
gold is a lot.
the war essentially.
Yes. I know. Just, he's probably more used to nobles of Nuln placing
Yeah.
gold on his plate, not, fair-looking but otherwise average citizen. Anyway, you've been blessed, and you exit the temple. You still have a bit of time before going to Handel Basilic district. Although you're not sure if you make it in time if you want to visit Moore's Gardens as well. So it's up to you.
I would like to hurry towards, like, as soon as we leave the temple, I'm gonna start heading towards the Moor's Garden.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with you. We'll hurry.
Very well. So you hurry towards the Moore's Garden, which you don't really know where they are, actually. So please roll for inquiry.
Ooh.
Hmm.
All right, what
It's a fellowship roll, basically.
fellowship
Okay.
roll?
All right. I have no idea what I rolled.
Yeah, where's
You
my?
rolled,
Gotta open up.
Jason
Oh.
had zero successes, Brian had 1 success, and Sean had 1 success.
All right.
I'm going to roll for General. General did not have any success. Alright. So you've asked around, and yeah, they've basically good people of Nuln have shown you the way. The Moore's Garden, rather Moore's Gardens, in fact, are surrounded by a huge dark wall studded with spikes. There is also an impressive-looking gate leading inside. As you enter through the gate, which during the day is always open, you are passing right next to many ancient tombstones and mausolea with statues of winged saints holding swords and scythes or great grimoires. Almost all of them have hoods over their heads, and the whole place gives off this sinister vibe. But
Can we see Elspeth's castle or palace from here?
you mean Emanuel's? Emanuel von Libowitz?
No, the
Elsa von Draken?
yes.
Do you know who? I mean, your character doesn't really know who Elsa von Draken is.
Isn't that kind of a?
Common knowledge?
Is she kind of a big deal in Nuln?
Well, yeah. Alright, tell you what. Make a very easy roll.
Okay.
Like, with the biggest possible modifier.
Of what?
Plus 30%.
Just a D100.
Yeah. Remember that she's a wizard, and most normal people don't want to know anything about wizards and don't want to have anything to do with them.
You're
Yeah.
testing intelligence, I think, right?
Okay.
What?
I think it's intelligent. He's testing intelligence.
It's intelligence roll, yeah.
All right. Oh.
Alright, tell you what, you've passed it. I mean, yeah, I've remembered that, in fact, Elsa von Draken is like like Balthazar Goat, but just in Nuln. So yeah, probably most people here, especially Visenlanders, would know who she is. Yes, you do in fact see the what you presume to be the castle of the infamous Graveyard Rose, Elze von Draken. You are especially impressed by the lifelike statue of an immense dragon sitting on the roof. You can swear that it looks like it's almost alive. Of course, the tower is very far from you, but the structure is so huge that, well, you can practically make all the details even from where you are right now. But what's most peculiar about the Morse Gardens are the endless bushes filled with black roses, the god of dreams and death, holy flowers. They are everywhere, and some of them are even growing on mausolea and tombstones. You know that it's a good idea to actually pick up a few of those flowers if you want to get blessed, and it's almost always mandatory to pick a few of them when you are taking part in a ceremony of more. Whether it's well, it's usually just a fun reel, but
I grab 2, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Gennaro
2.
also grabs one.
I'll grab one.
All right. Finally, you approach the Temple of Mor itself. It's a huge, dark building. It really looks like a huge mausoleum. In front of the building stands a solitary figure, a priest of Mor. He is dressed in black robes of his order, and there's a symbol of the raven on his chest. He's also holding a small wooden bowl. You see that unlike the Temple of Sigmar, there are very few people in the gardens, and those that you've passed, they were usually standing right next to, well, probably their families' graves and tombstones. So, what are you going to do?
I guess addressed the same way to the priest as a father.
You approach the priest,
Yeah.
and you speak to him.
Father, I want to genuflect. Father, the 4 of us will be traveling to a dangerous area, and I fear for our lives, and I know our flesh may, when we die, go to Tal, but our spirits will be with Mor, and we ask for your blessing.
He looks at each of you for a long time. Very well.
I'm gonna be right, or if my life's gonna be taken with me, taken from me.
Very well. I will give you blessing in the name of the God of Dreams. And, without a further ceremony, he pulls out a small... It looks like a wand, perhaps. It's ended with... it's made of wood, and at the end is carved a small hourglass. He also pulls a small vial of liquid, puts a few drops on the wand, or the wand-like device, rather, and he gently touches the wand to each of your foreheads, muttering a few words in his under his nose. He usually, you can hear that he speaks Reichspiel, but he speaks so quietly that you don't understand a single word that he's saying. You are blessed in the eyes of Mor, he says.
Okay, I want to, stand up, back up, and look for a collection or donation, or if that's the type of church they are.
Yeah, he has the ball in his other hand.
Okay.
I put 8 silver in it again.
All right.
And I start walking out because I'm very creeped out by anything.
Yeah, the thing about that is that you don't really see his face. It's middle of the day, but you can see well under his hood. You know that he's a man, male, and probably in his middle years, but there's no way to discern his features. Unless you would want to, peek under the hood, but it's rather rude to do so.
Yeah. I'll put 2 coppers in. Or 2 pennies.
He thanks each of you for your donation, basically.
And then, yeah, I'll put, I want to put 2 gold in.
2 gold.
Discreetly.
Very well. I mean, you know that 2 gold is a lot, but
Yes, yeah.
He says thanks to you just like to everyone else. And then you go back, basically. As you walk through the garden, yeah, you're all rather creeped out. You've noticed funny thing. As you look towards the tower of the Elze von Draken, you don't see the statue anymore. The statue of the dragon. Maybe it was never there.
I start walking faster.
Yeah.
I want to put the rose in like the strap of my cloak, or kind of like a corsage type of thing with somewhere within the armor on the chest.
Yeah, you can do that without any problems. Just behind the leather strap, one of your leather straps, you put the rose.
Yeah, somewhere securely.
Yeah.
On display. Well, I guess is that it? Are we to the house?
Yeah, let's beat it to the house.
That cemetery was giving me the creeps.
A lot of girls back home, and it gets creepier and creepier every time I see those guys.
It was somewhat peaceful there. Serene.
Yeah, thanks. I'd rather be serene between some whore's legs,
You keep thinking peaceful, you're gonna end up there.
I would rather
would that
be
be
there
so bad?
than in some spooky house. Anyway.
Let's go do this.
Anyway, you make your way to Handelbezirk district. Because it's time to finally, approach the place of your quest.
Yep.
I'm going to put the label on map. Oh,
Okay.
by the way, this adventure will have many handouts, guys, so you will need
Okay.
to check the handout section, and there will also be new maps. I will put them
Okay.
under the Nuln map, basically.
Okay.
Just so you know. Oh, blast. Alright.
Okay.
Right. So, you hurry up, because
No.
the time is running out, and you don't want to be late. You hurry up, but fortunately, you're in time. You're just in time to arrive at your destination, the Schustenstrasse 52, or Schustenstrasse 52. You basically, there are many buildings, but you immediately see. You know that you immediately see the right building, mainly because it's very similar to those buildings presented on sketches that Nilus showed you last evening at Nero's place. I'm going to show it to you. have it right here. Just come on, baby, load. Excellent. All right, you can see it. I'm going to drop it down to the handout section. It's
Okay,
right
there it
there.
is.
See it?
Yep.
All right. Basically, this is the house that you are probably going to go in. Immediately, you can see that there's something off about it, and the strange thing is that it's built in obviously older architectural style than the rest of the houses on that street.
Is it a busy street?
It's fairly busy street. I mean, you are close to the riverbank, so you know. There are many sailors here, and you've passed near several vendors selling still fairly fresh fish, and you know, things for sailors and for river folk, basically. But on this street there are not too many people. Not too many. It's not like it's deserted, but it's also not crowded. So,
I want to take a walk around the house before I walk in there.
alright. You take a look around the house. You see that the house is in a fairly good condition. It's not decrepit, but it does. You see that you know it's obviously old, but it's not like it's falling apart. Aside from the front entrance, there's also a set of stairs at the back, leading down to the cellar entrance, probably. But yeah, there are no guards outside. The windows are all covered from inside with heavy pieces of cloth, so you can't really see anything inside. Yeah.
Were we supposed to meet Nihilus here?
Yes. You're
Okay.
you're supposed to.
He's probably looking at us now. Nihilus?
You're calling Nihilus? Nihilus? Nobody answers. Nobody answers because 5 minutes later you see that Nihilus emerges from one of the streets, walking slowly and casually towards you. Sorry for
Okay.
being late. Something come up. Well, anyway,
No problem.
glad you're all here. Except the woodsman. I guess he's sitting this one out, eh?
He's frolicking in a pasture somewhere. He needs some fresh country air, I think.
Oh. Oh, yes, yes. Haha. Anyway, that's the house. He points to the house that Sally just made round around. So, you know what you have to do. Like I see that you've acquired some new gear. That's good. That's good. Although I do question the logic of bringing a spear into tight confines of space, but let it be so. After you finish your mission, you will be rewarded accordingly. But don't worry, I'm not going to send you into danger without any form of recompensation. In fact, you probably noticed that you don't have to pay any sort of fee anymore.
That's you?
That's Nero. I've convinced him to speak to a couple of people in the magistrate.
Grazie.
And tell them that a group which matches your group's description should be well, free from paying fees to the city of Nuln because you've already shown outstanding courage and dedication in service to the Emperor. So that's a small bonus from me, and from, of course, your employer. Right. So, how do you want to do this? Front end or back end?
Oh,
I think the back door is probably a better place to break in.
Yes, that didn't sound really good, did it?
I know what
Right. Yes, back door it is. Right, I'll be waiting here for you. As soon
so
as
you're gonna be here when we come out.
that's the plan. Unless you are going to stay there for like a week, then obviously I'm.
Oh no, so you're actually taking the artifact from here.
Well, yes. You don't think that I'm going to
Oh.
let you run through city streets with potentially dangerous artifacts?
That's good because that's what I thought we were gonna have to do. So
Yeah,
No.
it's good that we get it to you as soon as possible,
I would
because
not.
we sure don't know what we're doing with it.
I would not let you do this with all due respect. And it's not that I think that you're not prepared to do so. It's just, I mean, otherwise I would not send you inside. It's just that magical artifacts, they can be, well, bad business. Alright, just like I said before, don't pick up or don't even approach anything that glows bright green.
Yeah, will do.
Great.
Uh,
Off you go now. The sooner you go in, the sooner you finish this. Best of luck.
Okay. Sounds good.
team assemble.
Can I get 1 minute break?
Yeah.
Alright,
1
here.
minute break
Yeah.
it is. No problem.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take advantage of that for a second too. Be right back.
Stay, Marty. I'm back.
All right, me too. So, I have what is it, like trap finding or something? So I can check for traps and pick locks if necessary.
I think Vincent should take front since it's basically a wall with a pointing stick.
Okay.
So we go in, clear a room, and then you can check it for traps, unless it's the door itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine. I just yeah, however you want to do it. I just think that checking for traps first before you go through the door might be a good idea, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's a door, like you check it for traps first.
Sure. And I figured the back door. It always seems better to me to not go in like the place that says "Enter here."
Yeah.
So, I mean, back door maybe isn't even the best place, but I figure it's better than the front door at least.
Well, we're gonna know this thing when we see it, apparently.
Yeah. Well, also from the standpoint of, I mean, just the way I like to work is I like to make sure that if I go in somewhere that there's not two directions to have to clear. So if I'm at the top, I want to go, I want to be at the top or at the bottom,
All right, I'm
if
in.
that makes sense. All right.
You're all here.
I think so.
Jason, taking a minute.
Oh, Jason's not back yet.
Jason. All right. So we're waiting for Jason. No worries.
Yeah, we were just discussing.
Strategy and
we were
tactics.
Yeah. just dungeon crawl theory.
Well,
All right, I'm back.
Oh, great. You're back. So we are ready to go. All right. You see that Nilus basically entered into a small side alley from which he can clearly see the front facade of the house. As soon as he went into shadow, you see that his outline has become a bit blurry. Is probably the right word. Like he's kind of merging with the shadows. But you know where to look for him, so you can see him. But probably if you didn't know that he was there, you would not be able to spot him. Right. What are you guys are going? I presume through the back.
Yeah.
Correct.
All
Yep.
right. You approach the back entrance, and it's you see that a set of stone stairs leads down to the door, which, by your guess, probably lead to the house's cellar.
Okay.
All right. Now, this is going to be very important in this adventure, basically. I will always need to know which one of you goes into a room, which one of you doesn't go into a room, which one goes first, which one goes last, and so on. However,
Okay.
I would not like to, ask you this every time, because it will become tedious, mainly for you. So just remember to make your declarations, all right?
Okay. So
Okay.
should we have a kind of standard room clearing order?
I think if there's a door, Leopold checks for traps. I could pick the lock if it needs unlocking, and then Vincent goes first because he's got the shield and the spear.
Agreed. I could do that. And then
And just like everybody can.
now, Sally, if you don't think you're gonna, what are you gonna be equipped with? Because if you want to hold my lantern, or I think we should always have a lantern on at the time, and then whoever has the lantern should be like the second person through.
Since
okay. Mhm.
Leopold's checking for traps, he could probably hold the lantern. I'm pretty small, so I could like squirm in like between you guys and check the locks.
Okay. So you want to use your lantern then, Leopold?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll light my lantern.
And you can kind of just hold it over my shoulder so we can see what's going on.
Right.
All right.
So do you want me to check this first door for traps?
You approach the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple set of wooden door, reinforced with iron. You want to check for traps. All right.
Yeah.
So roll.
Okay. I'm
Perception.
just double checking here. So it's perception, and then I also have trap finder, which I'm just looking for here to remember what that does. So that gives me a +10 to perceive.
Yes,
Okay.
it does indeed.
All right. So perception roll. I have no idea because I'm not on that page. And
You did not found any traps.
okay, great. It's all clear, boys.
Is it locked?
It is.
Okay. Am I testing agility?
You want to open the door with your lockpick, I presume.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you are testing your agility. Roll. Actually, the lock was very easy to open. I didn't tell you because I'm not only going to tell you if you are having a modifier or not, but in this case you had a plus 20% modifier. So basically, you know, you were testing at 74 instead of 54. So yeah, you basically, you know, slid your lockpick inside tenderly and then just opened those doors.
Back, let Vincent go first and get my club out.
All right, I wanna be in a parrying stance, which is half action. Then I'll move for my other half action into. Or is this initiative based, or how do you want to do that?
Well, I mean, generally you make your actions only when combat begins. You know, you can tell me
Okay.
that you are preparing for combat and that you are, you know, pulling out your weapons, you know, putting your shield up, and so on.
Yep.
Yeah.
My spearhead's going in first, then I'm following.
All right. So
All right.
you,
I'll,
yeah. Please.
I was just say I'll pull out my club as well.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I presume that all of you pull out your weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gennaro certainly also. So you know, he's also armed. By the way, where is Gennaro? I mean, where should he go, Sally?
He should be rear security. Make sure things don't come up behind us.
All right.
And
so he'll be at your back. All right. Very well. Very well.
when I'm not picking locks, I'm next to Gennaro.
All right. You enter.
I think from this point on, we should try to be quiet.
Great.
Good idea.
As Gennaro yells that out.
Yeah, something like that. In front of you, there's a black corridor. It's pitch black, in fact. You can feel the dampness coming from the black. You don't see any movement in front of you. You don't know how long the corridor is.
Any
Okay, I try to
visible
shine
doors?
my lantern. Yeah.
You shine your lantern.
Mhm.
So it's basically Sean is going second, I presume, and Vincent is first.
Correct.
All right, Vincent, you are going first.
Yes.
Your spear is in front of you, and
Shield.
you have your shield, but you can't feel. You can't help but feel the sense of unease, even though Leopold's lantern gives a fair amount of light. As you go further and further into the corridor, which honestly it seems to be like very, very long. It goes for quite a
Further than
lot.
the house.
It goes for quite a lot, and at some point you've realized that you are probably that you are going for so long that you've probably already passed the house. But the thing is that there are no door on either side, and well, yeah, it's just long dark corridor, and it suddenly fills with fog. The fog comes out of nowhere. It's thick, it's milky white. First it reaches to your ankles, then to your knees, then to your waist. As you go, Sally, only your head, is is above the fog because, well, your shoulders, they're under it. The air is stale and very damp, and you can hear strange sounds in the corridor, probably rats, but there's also a sound which reminds you of talons or claws scraping on the walls.
Oh, crap.
In front of you, behind you, and sometimes all around you.
Okay, I wanna lower my spear point and shield into the fog, just in anticipation if anything comes through the fog, they run into that first. I guess we ought to keep moving forward, or see what happens.
Very good idea. However, to your relief, nothing comes for you through the fog. In fact, suddenly the fog disappears. It disperses within a few seconds. And you find yourself facing a wall into which a crude iron ladder is being hammered. The ladder reaches up about 12 meters up, so it's, well, quite a lot. And as Leopold holds his lantern up, you can see that above you the ladder ends at the set of trapdoor.
Now this just appeared in front of us.
Well, like I said, you've just emerged from the fog, and it was basically, your spirit point just scraped the wall in front of you. So you know that. So you knew that there was nowhere else to go. You could not go forward anymore.
I nudge Leopold and point at the trap door, or at the door.
Okay. I'll put my my club back in my belt, and I'll hold my lantern with my teeth, and I'll climb up the ladder.
You want to put your metal lantern filled with oil in your teeth.
What?
Here, like, what about
I guess you don't like your teeth very much.
Well, doesn't it have a handle that I'm holding? Well, yeah, he can. Okay, I'll hand you the lantern. Shine it up there for me.
Yeah, I'll hold the lantern.
I mean, wait. You can in fact go up the ladder.
You can climb with one hand.
Yes, you can. However,
Okay.
take in mind the fact that it's 12-meter drop from the top, and you still need to open the trap door.
Right.
Have flaming lantern oil fall on you.
Yeah. Well, my thought is that if it has a handle that I'm holding it by, but if it doesn't, I just hold the handle in my teeth. But I get it. So just take it from me, and I'll climb up, and you just shine it up there so I can see.
All right.
All right. I'll try to hold it up as high as I can.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, I got an idea. Since I have a rope, well, we'll worry about it later. Shine it up there. I'll climb up.
Yeah, just take it with you, the rope.
Yeah. So I climb up there and I check the trapdoor for traps.
You go up there. You climb over the squeaking iron, iron ladder, which you are very, very. In fact, you aren't sure if it will hold you, but fortunately it did.
Okay.
You test the door, and the trapdoor are actually open. You try to lift them. Well, they are quite heavy, but you can pretty easily lift them, without much of a fuss. Yeah.
Can I check them to see if they're trapped at all?
Well, yeah, but you will have a big minus modifier for that, because not only you don't have a good source of light nearby, I mean the lantern is 12 meters below you, you are also hanging on the ladder with one arm, but you can do that, sure, no problem. Just don't roll a double, because it will end badly for you.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Whoa.
Wow, nice.
Rolled a 1? You rolled a 1.
Yeah.
I wish I'd saved that for something better, but I'll take it.
That was awesome.
You somersault through the trap door.
That's just checking for traps,
yeah, you've expertly checked for traps. And
You fixed the
fortunately,
door.
Yeah, and no longer squeaks.
fortunately for you, there are none.
Okay.
There are none at all. So yeah.
Okay, I'll try to lift open the door.
Mm, you lift open the door squeaks. Like that,
Great.
but it opens. It opens. And for some reason, Roll20 does not allow me to paste another map, which is very, very irritating. Alright. Inside, you see a
Can you
dark.
screenshot this one and then?
No,
like,
no,
what-
I've already added. All right, guys. Basically, this is how it looks. Since the map to this place is impossible, almost impossible for me to cut into pieces, because it would just be, pain in the ass to do, honestly. So I've pasted the whole map of the first floor here. All right. Now, obviously, you don't know what's going to be on the other side of each wall. So I just hope that you are going to, play accordingly, all right? But it's for our benefit and
Sure.
all right. It's in the handouts. It's called Mysterious House Bottom Floor.
Okay.
Each of you can access it. There are numbers, and I will be telling you, which room is like which number. All right. Right now, Vincent, you are opening the door to a small room. You're guessing that's a small room. There are no light inside, but the lantern held by Leopold from below gives just enough illumination for you to see that it's probably some kind of a room that's been used to people are storing things in. It's a small kind of storage room, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Room number 1.
Yeah, it's room number 1.
Mm.
There's a lot of dust in the air. You can just feel it enter your nostrils, and you begin to cough almost immediately. In the weak light coming from below, you can see pieces of wood, to use in fireplaces, rolled rugs, and other almost unidentifiable junk lying all around. But
Yeah.
the room is empty in that it doesn't have fortunately, any sort of occupant.
Okay. Good. Okay. I call down that I'll lower down the rope to tie the lantern to, and then I can shine a lantern from above while the other one is shined from below.
Oh, alright, so basically someone below ties the lantern to the rope and you
Mhm.
pull it up. Alright,
Yep.
okay. So soon you have two sources of light shining,
Okay.
Who's coming up next?
I'll go up next since that's pretty much the same order, but since Leopold's
Me.
ahead, I'll just kind of go second, and then
Alright, so basically each of you just goes up one after another. Gennaro is the last, and as he enters through the trapdoor, he closes it because, like I said, it's 12 meters, and it's not very safe.
Yeah.
You are all standing in the small storage room. As you can see on the map, there's only a single door leading out of it. You don't hear anything from behind the door. In fact, you don't hear anything outside of your breaths and creaking of floorboards under your feet. Old dusty floorboards. What are you going to do, guys? Tell me. What are you going to do?
Well, if this room just looks like storage and just
Mhm.
generic, unimportant items. Shall we ready ourselves and proceed to the next room, or did you want to take another look at room 1?
I want to take a little
Uh,
look around and see if there's
Ye-
anything.
Yeah. If nothing else, we'll find something. Maybe we might find something that we can keep for ourselves.
Okay, I'll keep my eye on the door leading to whatever is behind door number 1.
I'll help Sully search the room.
All right. Uh, roll for search.
Okay.
Each of you.
I'm guarding the door, so should I not roll?
No, you're not rolling. I mean, you are guarding the door, basically.
Correct.
Search.
All right, Brian made it. There's only junk here. There's nothing useful. Like I've said, old rocks, old, dry wood, broken crates. There's filth everywhere. There's dust everywhere, and it's really starting to get. It's really starting for to get to you. Like all of you are coughing, hacking. Yeah, basically, it's not a very nice place.
So check out this
All right.
door.
Okay.
You are entering.
Do you want me to check it for traps again, fellas?
Yeah.
All right. It's dusty. All right. Let me. Of course, I closed out my stupid thing. All right. So I will percept traps again.
You did not find any traps.
Okay.
Is it locked?
No, it's open.
All right.
All right.
Back to Vincent for point man.
Yep. Keep that lantern over my shoulder. Then I'm moving into room number 2.
You bet.
All right, Vincent, you enter the room. The second room. It's much more to your liking, because it's apparently a living room. The floors are covered with dusty rags. There are tables here and chairs covered with sheets of material to protect them from the ever-present dust. In the middle of the eastern wall, there hangs a huge portrait, which shows a very discomforting scene. Basically, it shows a huge goat-headed man standing atop a dark hill over bodies of 2 defeated humans. The thing has the head of a goat and the legs of a cow. And
It's a statue or it's real?
It's a painting.
It's a painting.
Oh,
It's
okay.
painting. And in its hands, it holds a wicked double-handed sword. Other than that, you don't see anything, unique in the room. There is a window, from which you can look outside, but it's covered with a heavy drape.
I want to tell Leopold, apparently something that was described like this destroyed the village I came from 5 years ago.
Yeah, this seems like some cursed thing. I think we should deface this painting.
I'm not touching it.
I'm not touching it.
I peek behind the curtain?
touching it.
Up.
I have a strong desire to stab it with my dagger, but I'll hold off.
Yeah, I'm unintentionally keeping my spear trained on it as if it's going to come out of the painting.
As you all
Can I-
inside the room, the door behind you suddenly shut with loud crack. And from the painting, a powerful stream of blood from the bodies in the painting suddenly sprouts towards you. It goes towards Vincent and Leopold. Guys, roll for your agility, minus 20%.
Alright.
You can also hear a horrible gurgling sound from the dead man in the painting. No, Brian, don't you don't
Oh, sorry.
roll. Only Sean and Jason roll. All
You
right.
guys have luck.
45.
You want to
Yeah.
use you guys want to use your luck points?
What was the modifier? Negative modifier?
Minus 20%.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not use my luck because I don't. That'd be really hard to pass anyway.
All right, Sean. What about you?
So if we use luck, we get a reroll essentially.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. My bad. My bad. Sorry. You don't get minus 20% modifier. Just roll for your base agility. I'm sorry. Did not read that right. So you might want to use your luck point.
Okay,
Because it's your-
then I will use it again.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna. So I
Alright.
just need to figure out where. So is that fate?
Fate. Yeah. Your luck points amount to your fate points, basically. So.
Okay. So
However,
I'm
you
gonna.
can only use one luck point per test. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to use it, and I'm going to roll my agility again.
Great.
So I'm down to 3. Woohoo!
You've passed it. Great. Jason.
Oh gosh.
Oh!
At least it's not a. I guess
Snap.
it can't be a double.
Yeah, but it is double, baby. Alright, basically. Leopold, you've managed to dash to the side as the stream of hot, stinking blood splashed where you were standing. However, Vincent, you were not so lucky. You got hit straight in the face by the foul-smelling liquid. It's got into your eyes and basically blinded you, and you've stumbled and fell to the floor. So now for the next 2 rounds you are going to have minus 20% modifiers for your agility test, and you are sprawled on the ground, so you have to use one action to get up, basically.
Okay.
The rest of you, you see that the horrible creature from the painting steps out of it, brandishing
course
its
it
sword and going roaring a clear challenge to all of you. Meanwhile, the 2 bodies they are writhing and squirming and shooting blood everywhere. It's like a scene from a nightmare. The Beastman attacks. Now,
So
it's initiative time.
I'm blind for 2 turns.
Yes, you are blind for 2 turns,
Okay.
so you roll your initiative with a minus 20% basically.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do we roll d10s?
Yeah, you roll d10s.
Oh, is that what we do? We just type it in, rolling d10.
Well, 10.
Oops.
So it's and give me your give me the complete initiative number
Oops.
after you roll, please.
Where's the dice thing?
It's on the
Six.
Oh,
left.
it's right there.
It's on the left.
Yeah, I
Oh.
messed up. I tried to type it in, but I don't remember the key command, so I'll just hit the D10 button.
Yeah.
There. Woohoo!
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice.
I don't
Okay.
need eyes. Gosh. I've been blind before.
Wait a second. Gennaro and Beastman. Alright, Beastman got 37. So, how much did each of you...
We're adding our agility.
Yeah, you are adding this to your agility, and then you give me a total sum.
64
20.
for me.
29, including the minus 20.
Leopold
Oh, okay.
on 20. No, Vincent on 29. All right.
So I guess that would be 43 plus 9, so 52.
52. Great. Sally.
64.
64. Awesome.
Man.
I'm going to quickly roll for Gennaro here. Oh man. Wait. How much? Gennaro. How much agility does Gennaro have? Whoa. Nice. Very nice. 37. 37 plus 8, it's 45. Alright, so basically, Sally, you react the fastest. You see that this thing came from the painting, basically swinging its, huge black double-handed sword in, well, your general direction, really. Its red eyes are filled with, animal hatred, and you know that is that will try to kill all of you. To your dismay, you see that Vincent is, laying on the floor with his whole head covered in thick blood. You don't know if he's fine or if that blood is maybe poison. You don't really know. What are you going to do?
How far away is the Beastman from Vincent?
It's very near, because it basically... just let me tell you, none of you can make a charge reaction in this room, because it's so small that you are all... If you want to attack the Beastman, you just make... you just move and then you attack, because you are so close to each other, basically.
Can I grab the pistol, saying something, and shoot it?
Okay, but you've declared that you had weapons in your hand.
I have a club. The pistol's not in my hand.
Alright, you can grab pistol. With your offhand, are you ambidextrous?
No, I don't
Alright.
think so.
So remember that it will be there will be a penalty for that.
It's -10.
I think it's even minus 20%, honestly.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, no. All right, let's make it -10.
Okay. I want to say when I get my pistol out,
All right.
get my flank because I'm about to shoot it and it's about to come for me. So yeah, and then I shoot.
All right. You take out your pistol. You say, what were you saying again?
Get my flank.
All right, and you shoot the thing. Boom!
Yeah.
The pistol roars. Roll for your ballistic skill.
I'm using luck. I'm using luck.
Now I can't even hear. Now I'm blind and deaf.
And deaf, yes.
Son of a...
Oh, that's better than botch at least.
The bullet roared from the pistol, but it missed the horrible abomination, and you've actually managed to hit one of the bodies in the painting, and to your horror, you've actually shot it. There was actually a gush of blood from its leg. You don't know how it is even possible. But yeah, you've shot your pistol. All right. So next
Should have
is
stabbed this thing when we had the chance.
Next
is Leopold. Leopold, it's your turn now. It's your time.
Great. Well, since I have my club in my hand and I'm probably just about ready to pee my pants, I'm gonna try to hit it with my club because I feel like if I try to pull my sling out or do anything else, it's just gonna kill me.
All right. So what you have to do then is to make an advance and attack. So basically, you just close with the thing and swing your club towards it.
Yep.
All right. Roll for your weapon skill.
Okay. So that's just the attack button on the wooden club,
Yes.
I assume.
Your weapon skill, I don't know how much. You've
Woo!
managed to hit the thing in the chest. However, this thing is fast and it's trying to dodge your attack.
Okay.
But it failed miserably. Oh my god!
Sweet.
Even
Take
so-
that.
Roll for
Yeah,
damage.
Okay.
Pair-
So, I roll for damage. It doesn't do. It just doesn't do 3.
No, it does base 3, and then you roll
Oh,
for
okay.
10, and
Okay.
10s always explode. It's called Ulrich's Fury.
Sweet. Come on, 10. 7.
7, but he had a mishap, so roll additional d5. Oh shit, there's no 5. Roll additional d6. 5.
I'm sure there's a way to. I'm sure there's a way to type in D6 or D5, but I don't remember how to do it.
Probably, yeah. I've checked the dices, but there's no d5. There's d4, d6, d8. All
Yeah.
right, so you've hit him for a total of 12 damage, which I'm going to do. Whoa, that's good. You've crunched your club
And
into the middle of his chest. There was an audible crack, and the thing roared with pain and fury.
Sweet.
Yeah, you've probably did something to it. Very nasty. Gennaro now approaches it, and tries to swing his weapon. He gets additional 10% because you are already fighting with the Beastman. So he's getting a bonus, and you will also have a bonus next turn to fight it, basically. So it's 38, so 58 for Gennaro, 58 weapon skill. Come on, baby. How much did? Oh, and it goes right into his head.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I'm going to check how strong Gennaro is. Holy crap, he's strength 4. Nice. Nice.
Stallion, stallion.
Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, 11 minus 5 is 6. So. Alright, basically Gennaro just stepped in and bashed his head in with a club.
Sweet.
The thing went down like a sack of potatoes. Boom! And he's like,
Yeah.
get some! You help Vincent get up. Fortunately, he's okay. Other than the fact that he stinks of old stale blood, and that his beard is matted with the stuff, he's perfectly fine. Of course, he's also. I mean, you're all a bit deaf for a short while because the discharge of Sally's pistol was deafening. But yeah, you see that that basically the danger is over. You see that after Gennaro killed the Beastman, from a cloud of grey smoke came from its remains, and suddenly the temperature in the room has dropped significantly. It's like chilling. It's like in winter. Your breath's mist in the air, even though it's still summer outside. Yeah.
Ooh.
I spit on the corpse of the Beastman and mutter something about sorcery and foul magics.
All right.
I reload my pistol.
You reload your pistol.
Is my eyesight coming back?
Yes. You
Okay.
can see.
I'm all
everything.
set.
Oh, you can see everything. It's just you are, covered in blood to your shoulders.
Alright, I'm gonna try to shrug off as much as I can. Regain my composure.
Good for the pores.
You are you're trying to get as much of the vile stuff from you as you can, and you are pretty successful in that. There's still some left in your hair and your beard, but other than that, well, you're a bit more clean. Anyway, you also see that the painting is once again looks just like that, just like painting, not some real life horrible scene. The bodies are no longer do not longer river and squirm. Yeah, but it's still very, very cold.
Alright. Now can I deface the painting?
If you want to, sure.
Yeah. I pull out my dagger and just kind of slash at it.
you slash the painting and you slash it open in a couple of places. To your relief, no blood comes out of it. Basically,
Okay.
you've just, slashed the painting to bits.
Okay.
Which,
Can I pull it off, like reach up and pull it off the wall with my club? Like see if there's anything behind it.
The painting is huge, basically. Remember that there was a 2-meter beastman standing in it, so if you want
Yeah.
to take the painting off, you need to work together.
And next time the Beastman comes alive, he's gonna come alive in pieces because of Leopold cutting.
Best plan ever.
Just his arm falls out of the painting like.
I'm in
I'm not
pieces,
ta-
no!
Yeah, I'm not taking any chances.
That's actually, very, very wise of you. Anyway, you've brought the painting down, all of you, but on the other side there's just wall. There's just wall covered in dust.
Alright. Any other items of interest in the room?
No,
Should we roll for search?
unfortunately not.
Okay.
But there's a single door leading outside.
Alright. I guess I'll draw my attention to that door and Leopold, you want to check it out?
Sure, I'll go for it. Let me
See if there's any traps. I'll still go in first, just check the lock, see if it opens.
Okay, I'll check it for traps. So,
No traps.
Alright.
And it's open.
okay. I'll let you do the honors. I'll
Alright,
hold
I'm
the lantern.
shield up, spear up, making my way through the door.
Alright. You exit the door. You enter a long corridor. There are a few points of illumination, mainly coming from small lamps placed in the wall. However, it's still your lantern that your party's lantern that gives much more of light. You see that the corridor is long. Basically, you can see it on the map. There's a side corridor on your right. There are doors to your immediate left, and you can see 2 sets of double doors at the end.
Alright.
So,
My
Guys.
suggestion is to go to the first door that presents itself and go through it.
Yeah. I agree.
Alright.
So, my guess
So-
would be the one to the left is the first one.
Okay.
you approach the door to the left. As you approach the door, you can smell cooking meat from inside. Actually,
Hmm.
each of you roll for perception. It's very easy test, in fact. So you all get plus 20% modifier.
Perception is...
Intelligence.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Plus 20%. So Jason, you've passed.
Oh yeah, I got a point in perception. I'm sorry. That would have been my roll.
Brian, you did not pass, unfortunately, by a measly 1. But it happens, so don't worry.
Yeah.
And Gennaro passed.
Okay.
Alright, so everyone except Brian. You can also hear a very faint sound of a metal, scraping on metal.
Hmm.
Like cookware, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
So
I mean,
somebody's-
you can by the smell you can say that this is probably, that this is probably kitchen.
Yeah. So maybe it's somebody cooking.
Well,
Is the impression I'm getting. Do we want to investigate or look in a room that's probably not occupied?
Yeah. Do we recall what this relic is supposed to be? I don't imagine it's like the cooking pot of, Saint whoever we're looking for.
Well, I'm thinking
I don't think we have any information on it.
we're technically burglars at this point, and if there is somebody in that room, maybe we should take note of it and search more empty rooms.
Nihilus said that nobody should be living here, that anybody we find is probably some kind of sorcery or magic or something at work.
You can suddenly hear knocking from upstairs. But then it stops.
Hmm.
The
I'm
knocking
real
began just when Sally said that no one should be here.
Hmm.
Well, we have to go somewhere. Any preferences, Sally?
I think we should clear every room until we find this, because we
Alright.
don't even know what it is or where it's supposed to be.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
You want me to check the door?
check the door. I'll be ready on the door.
You're checking the door to 5.
Yes. And I failed.
There doesn't seem to be any traps.
Okay. Go
Is
ahead.
it locked?
It's open.
Okay. Vincent, you're up.
You
All
go
right.
inside. But what will you find there? You'll find out next time.
Oh.
Cliffhangers, boys.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
So,
Ah.
oh man, I remember when I was running this baby last time. Whoa!
Well, I have to say, I think I got super lucky in combat there. Now I just
Yeah.
want to have combat all the time.
I certainly dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
guys.
hit a paint.
That's it for today. So, experience points for today. Who's making notes, basically?
I'm making notes. I'm just going to make sure all the names and stuff are correct, and then I'm typing it in a word processor. Then I'm going to copy it into the site. I just
Alright.
want to make sure everything's spelled right, and I'll update it.
Alright, so everyone gets 30 points for today's game. Brian is typing something. I don't know what.
Oh no, I'm writing
Alright,
the XP.
so everyone's getting 30 points for today's game. Your characters, each of you gets 10 points. Of course. Religion. Again, 10 points for everyone.
Okay.
Because I really liked the action in the Temple District today. Your place of birth, Brian. Were you Tylian enough today?
I'm trying to think of anything.
Didn't you said something about more in Thalia?
Yeah, so we went to a lot of funerals back home, and those guys still give me creeps.
Yeah.
Give me the creeps.
Other than that,
Not anything Italia specific.
all right.
I said some faux Italian, but
Yeah. Okay, I'll think about it in a second. Jason.
I think the only thing that kind of relates to where I'm from is I don't know, just mentioning, this is kind of a stretch, but mentioning that my father was a soldier. I'm trying to emulate that, but that's quite the stretch. I don't think there is
that's
anything in
pretty
particular.
universal, but didn't you mention anything about Elze von Draken?
Yes.
yeah, sometime he was
Yeah, the knowledge of knowledge of Nuln, yeah.
Yeah, and for that, I mean, it's very obscure thing. I've actually never met anyone except me who even mentioned Elze von Draken, one of my favorite characters, in fact. But
Oh yeah, mine as well.
yeah, the Graveyard Rose. So for that, nice reference, and for well, it actually helped me, bring her into the game. So that's always nice. Plus, you get 10 points. Brian,
Cool.
I'll give you 5 for that. For your
Okay.
Thalia, being Thailian. I was actually surprised because Thailians venerate Mor a lot. To them, he's a very important god actually. So I thought
Mor?
that, yeah, Mor.
Yeah, I was finding up like he had been to a lot of funerals, and it's more just a formality that he goes to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he really doesn't like funerals.
yeah, I know what you mean. But just in case, remember that Mor is pretty big in Thalia. Sean, what about your place of birth, which is also in Wissenland?
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know who who what's her face is, so I missed out on that.
I'm going to send you an article basically later.
Okay.
Also about a few other things in Nuln and Wissenland, so you guys might read on it and use it in the games.
Yeah, I've read some in the past, but obviously I forgot it. But one of the things I was trying to do with and it may just be more the religion thing, is I was trying to play the Wissenlander sort of thing of hedging your bets and going to as many temples as you can, because you never know.
All right, very nice, very nice. I like that. That's certainly an interesting thing to actually do. I didn't even know Wissenlanders were that much religious.
Yeah, the one of the things that I read about Wissenland was that people sort of made fun of them because they sort of
They're
worship their.
They're too pious.
Yeah, they go well, or you could say that they're not pious enough because they're not like, oh, I'm a Sigmarite, I'm a this. It's just like they go and they have all the gods, and they go to pay respects to all the temples and stuff.
All right. So 10 points then.
Okay, thanks.
Now religion, or yeah.
You gave us religion already. You gave us religion first.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Oh yeah. It's late here, so my head is getting a bit dizzy. Sorry, guys. All right, so now not religion. We are going to star signs. Please tell me your star signs. Sean, we can start with your star sign.
Cacklefax.
Yeah, I have them right here. 2 coins. Greedy, money
Yes.
grabbing.
Yeah. So I tried to be cheap in general by by selling my army and not spending money on weapons that I felt I didn't need. I also let Sully pay for me for the Sigmar. The only place I deviated from it was I gave 2 coppers to Moore, but I felt that was more on the side of because of my grave robber past and things like that. Just keep it on the up and up with Moore.
All right, I think you also did not give a lot to priests, did you?
No, I didn't give any.
Oh, great. All right, so so in that case, 10 points.
Okay.
Leopold.
That was Leopold.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, Vincent.
Sorry. I guess what was that? Star sign?
Yeah.
Martial pursuits, discipline, honorable, profession in arms. I try to well equip myself with a proper weapon and shield, and as well as taking point through all the doors, though I didn't do it as well as I intended.
Grung is Baldric, right?
Yes.
So it's 10 points for you.
Baldric.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you were actually going first. In fact, I was surprised that you were going first because honestly I thought that you guys are going to send Gennaro first. But I like, no, let me say, I really like that. I really like that. So it's 10 points for you.
Does
Jackson.
De Niro have a red shirt?
Well,
Well, I do now.
he is an
Yeah.
NPC.
I got everything's red now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean your top half is red. Brian, you.
Raya's Cauldron is righteous, fearless, merciful. I think at the Temple of Sigmar, the priest was kind of questioning my
Yes.
faith there, and I was being honest. Like that's the first thing I did when I came to Nuln, because I just survived a demon attack to my head. You know what I mean?
True.
So I was righteous with that.
Yeah. You actually weren't scamming. So I'm going to give you 10 points. Now, give
Cool.
me your dooms. Again, we can start with Brian.
The blind maiden shall wait thy soul. I said something to the Moor priest about I want to be right with Moor if my life's gonna be taken from me, and I
Great.
sent money to Harold's sister.
10 points. Jason, what about your doom?
Mine is the tiniest of Tal's children shall feast upon thy gut.
Ooh, that bit. Well, actually, you had a chance to play it today, at the end.
Well, what I did do is when talking to the priest of Moor, I referenced that though my physical body is going to feed Tal, that
alright.
my spirit will be taken up by Moor.
Very
And
well.
that was kind of my salute to my doom.
Very well. 10 points. Sean?
Yeah, I'm always having a hard time finding where I wrote mine down. It's the something about the hourglass breaks before the last grain falls or something like that. Where the hell did I write it?
I suggest that you guys write your dooms at the end of your character sheets.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably the best idea. Under your characters' backstories.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Maybe that is where I wrote it. Let me double check.
I see that Vincent has his there. I'm going to see Leopold very quick. Yes, you have. The hourglass shatters before thy last grain falls.
Okay, yeah. The only thing I can think of is that when I just went for it against the Beast Man was like, hell with it. I'm just gonna hit him with my stick and go for it. There's nothing else to do. So that's how I think the Doom played into it. Other than that, I can't think of anything.
All right, I'm going to give you 5 points for that. That was good. But basically, you also had a great opportunity with the Priest of Moor and his hourglass wand.
Ah.
You could have incorporated it somehow. All right, I really like the action with the beastman. It was very nice. The hourglass shatters. Yeah, but I think it's worth 5 points. It's still good.
That's fine.
Remember.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So that's Doom. Brian, you are getting 5 points for your halfling. Because non-humans always get 5 points if their players roleplayed the half-human. I mean, non-humans. Well, sorry, not half-humans. Non-humans. Blah. And tell me about your ideas, about the ideas that actually managed to, push the adventure forward, work in your favor, and so on.
Real quick, Brian, did you get 10 points on Doom? What did you get on Doom?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 10 for Doom.
And then you got 5 for playing the halfling?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, any ideas or none at all? I honestly don't think there were any, but convince me otherwise, and I will give you points.
I think this one we were probably more on rails than previous sessions.
I can't think of anything that had like an immediate or like results that we see today. Like, you know what I mean?
All right. Perhaps there will be more next time. Sure. Like I said,
There's some
I don't think there
more
are
abstract.
too many now on this session, but you know, next time, sure. We shall see. All right, guys. So that's it for the for today's points.
Okay.
Note the total sum of them on your character sheets, please.
Okay, Brian, I got for you 70. Is that correct?
Hang on. I have 80. I got 30, 10, 10, 5, 10, 10, 5.
Did I miss a 10? I missed a 10 for you. How many? What did you get for me?
One more number than you guys for the halfling thing.
Yeah,
Is
but
that right?
halfling is only 5 points.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean like one more criteria, I guess.
Yeah, I have that. I have 5 criteria. It looks like you have 7.
No, we got 30 for the adventure, right?
Yeah, we got 30. Yeah.
30,
Then
10.
I think
character,
I think
religion.
I might forgot the gods in 2 of your cases. You know?
No, yeah, you gave us religion.
So maybe the.
What do you?
I certainly gave you your home. I mean your points
Yes.
for your home, but I don't think that I gave religion to everyone. I think.
Oh, okay. Oh,
don't think I
I
gave-
marked down 10. I thought you gave us all 10 for going to the because you liked how we went to
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
temples and stuff. So I thought we all got 10 for that each.
Okay. Yeah, I did that. I did that. So maybe I didn't give you points for your homes.
I'm trying.
No,
to,
you
I'm
get-
trying to think. Like how many
You have 5.
categories are there?
I gave you points for the adventure. I gave points for religion. Everyone got 10.
Okay.
Mhm.
I gave points for your characters, for your classes, so to speak. Right?
Right. Yep.
All right. I gave points for Doom. I gave points for Star Sign.
Correct.
So it's 5, and then Sally should get additional 5 points for his for his good for his halfling, for good role playing of
Mhm.
halfling.
Okay.
You
I
also
had
gave
an
us
extra
place
10.
of birth.
Yeah. So
You also gave us place.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think I forgot to log down just playing our characters in general.
Oh, okay.
So in that case, Sally, I got you at 80. I'd be at 80 and Leopold 75. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that
Okay.
is correct then. All right. So this is it, guys.
All right.
We are
Yep.
done for today. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed it. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've only just entered the haunted house, but it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so next game will be a bit more tricky because because Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
So basically, what about? I mean, obviously, the last day of December is out. The first day of next New Year is out. 24, 25 are also out because it's Christmas.
Right.
So either we are playing next week on Saturday or Sunday, or next year. It's up to you. I can play next week on both of these days. However, I don't know what about you guys.
I'm good Sunday next week.
I can
Yeah.
be able to do next week as well.
Yeah, I can do
So-
next week. I'm
So
free.
you can play on Sunday next week, right?
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to post that we are playing on Sunday next week. I hope that Andrew will join us. If not, then well, we're just going to play. And after that, the next game will be in 2017.
Great.
All right.
So I'm going to see you all next week, Sunday, same time, of course. Unless something changes, give me a call. All right.
Mhm.
Thank
All
you
right.
very much for your game. It's been a pleasure as usual.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. See you later,
All right.
guys.
All right.
Okay.
See ya.
Next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.